All right, all right, all right, all right. This is On the Sevens with Pythias B. Metatron. I am Pythias B. Metatron, your hostess with the mostest. And today is a good damn day to be me. You know what? Wait a minute, wait. Every day is a good damn day to be me. Now, I want everybody to stay on mute because we don't want that homie the clown situation to jump off again. And that is still so damn funny. And I didn't even know that I was leading us into that, but leave yourself on mute, but repeat it after me. Today is a good damn day to be me. Every day is a good damn day to be me. Believe it, be it, live it, and demand it from all that you come in contact with. Demand that they recognize that today is a good damn day to be me. All right, all right. It is good to be here today. Yes, Sharon.
You're not going to let us redeem ourselves one day and try to repeat after
I don't know. That was funny as hell. And like I said, Sharon, when I got happy and I got fired up. So I think I was channeling my old gospel Baptist preacher days, and you know how you be having the crowd, and I got a little carried away. I was channeling more of the Baptist preacher church thing and got Homie the Clown from In Living Color, but that's going to go down in infamy. I don't even remember what show number that one is, but yeah. We're going to whenever we make a highlight reel of the best of, that's going to be in there a few times. Yeah, that will be in there a few times. Thank you for that. But yeah, one day soon we will attempt the redemption. Yes, one day soon. Yes, Jolene.
Oh, I didn't say anything.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
sorry.
I thought you wanted to say something. Your window lit up. Okay.
Oh, shoot. I'm sorry.
It's all right. So, how's everybody? Before I get into the lesson, how's everybody after this new moon in Scorpio? Is how's everybody's emotions and situations and entanglements and interpersonal and jobs, and how are folks on the frayed end of their emotions, either one extreme or the other? Either they're just busting out at the seams or they're cold as ice. How is it, and how has everybody's dreams been? Man, mine have been vivid as hell, and really precise. I see what is coming, not only for myself but for society as a whole, and I'm liking what I'm seeing. More on that, what's coming for society as a whole, as we get closer to January 1st, 2022. But I like to ask anybody if they'd like to share how they've been feeling since the new moon on Thursday.
I didn't realize it was new moon in Scorpio. It explains a lot with me.
Mm-hmm.
So that kind of makes sense for me now. So a little extreme, but
all right.
It is what it is.
It is what it is, and it's not good nor bad. It just is. And when you know that it is not you or just you, that it is cosmic or universal, you kind of be like, it's touching all of us. It ain't just for anybody with Scorpio in their chart, sun sign, no, it's all of us. Even if you have very little Scorpio in your chart, it's still affecting you because you are under the new moon. So anybody else want to share what's been going on with them for the new moon? Quickly, briefly, if you can. If not, if not, all right. Yes, Deirdre.
Hi, Mark. How are you?
I'm very well today, honey. It's good to be me today, honey.
It's good to be me too.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. I don't know how Scorpio and the new moon is about to affect us. I have no idea. I know that I have been quiet within myself. And the other thing, well, I'm that often, but what I find that's been happening is that I find myself telling the real truth about how I really feel about things. And I find that the people who I'm talking with about it are finding offense, smiling about it, but trying to tell me, like for instance, about me being truth and me not listening to foolishness. I don't listen to folly. I don't let people dump on me. Not even a little bit. Like if I say, did you, like I asked my sister, did you stay at the place that you said you were going to stay? Because she's about to move back to California. And she gave me a bunch of drama before she just said yes or no. And I said, I'm not trying to hear all of that. I'm not trying to tell you how to answer, but
however,
I don't need to hear your drama.
Yes.
And she couldn't hear it at first, what I was saying.
Right.
But I explained it. And so what I find out is that that's how my family feels about me.
Absolutely.
And so I was not apologetic about it. I said, you know what? It's true. It's true what you said.
Yeah.
I'm like that, and because I don't have to be that way. So, do you understand what I'm saying?
I definitely understand.
I don't have to listen, understand.
Yes.
I don't have to listen to it, and I'm not anymore. And it's different for everybody. I'm like cutting it at the core.
Nip it in the bud. Absolutely. If you do not correct behavior, you're condoning it. What we do not correct, we condone.
Does that have anything to do with the new moon in Scorpio?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yes. And your numbers and where it is in your chart, in your progressed natal chart. Yes, absolutely.
Oh, right. We did talk about that. I remember that. Yes.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
All right. That was it. I just wanted to share that bit. I hope it didn't take too long.
No, never too long.
Okay.
I pay for the time on the station. We got as long as we need.
Okay.
It don't matter. It doesn't matter. We take as long as we want. All right. All right. Anybody else?
Hi, it's me, Jolyn. How are you?
Good.
So it's good. I make a point of always praising no matter what. I never got into this moon. This is a new conversation, but the praise. So, but my daughter is Scorpio. This is a Scorpio moon?
Yes.
Okay, so we're in Scorpio, and I'm about to go to New York to spend time. Y'all, she's pregnant now, and I am getting ready to go to see her. And, I am becoming sentimental. So right now I have I have one daughter, she's 32, and I had a son who passed away. And so it's like I have one kid, but she's energy of 10. So I'm over here putting her baby clothes together and to surprise her. And she's so unpredictable. I don't know. She's like, oh, this is so cute. I say, Mommy, get over it.
That's a Scorpio. Yeah, they are unpredictable.
I am willing to take the chance just so I can have a beautiful moment with her
own risk.
It happens.
Hey, at your own risk, and be prepared. Right, yeah. Look, and don't have any expectation of her reaction. Just be ready to go either way. Just be ready to go, because you never know.
Yep, never know.
Never know. But I'm seeing this. It's gonna be a really good trip for you, and you guys gonna have a really, really, really good time. So I don't think it's gonna be any issues. But yeah, you know how it can be with you and your Scorpio daughter.
Yep.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Has been challenging you since she was in the womb. She was challenging you.
Yep.
Absolutely. All right. Thank you for that, Julian. All
Yes.
right. Today this is our regular Mastered Self Numerology class, November 6th, 2021, our 4 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time. Last day, I'll be saying that we get to fall backwards 1 hour tonight after midnight, which I'll already be asleep. This is our regular 4 p.m. class, and today's class is the 4 planes of expression, the actual plane descriptions. We went through the overview, but now I want to get to each individual plane so that we get a real deep understanding of what these numbers actually mean and how best use them, not only in your own life, but in the lives of others and those that are in your immediate circle, at least. If you're in corporate America or anything, this is a great tool to manage your employees with. Really great. You figure out what these 4 numbers are. All you need is these 4, and you can place them in the most strategic and positions of success possible. These 4 planes. Today we're going to talk about the physical plane, the mental plane, the emotional plane, and the intuitive plane. Did everyone that was on the call Thursday, did you guys get a chance to break your names down so that you know how many go to the physical plane, how many go mental, how many go emotional, and how many go intuitive? You guys just raise your hand or put something in the chat if you did. Because if you did, then this will start to make sense to you. If not, you can figure it out and it will still make some sense to you, but it really, really starts to make sense once you know your individual numbers in those 4 areas. So today, the 4 planes of expression, these are the descriptions of the planes. We're going to start off first with the physical plane. The physical plane represents the physical body and its structure, composition, and durability. Let me say that again. Represents the physical body and its structure, composition, and durability. Whoa. I know somebody ought to be saying, what do you mean this number in my name? What do you mean it represents durability? Yes, it does. Your body's durability or ability to endure, persevere, achieve, overachieve. Yeah, this number, the physical plane number, is directly tied to that. It represents, I'm going to take the out for the purpose of today's call. It represents your physical body and its structure, its composition, and durability. This is an important number right here. This is a really, 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 really important number. If it represents my physical body and its structure, composition, you know, the structure, how it's made, structure, how it is made up, composition, what it is made up of, and durability. Is this shit worth anything, or did they put pot metal together to make your ass? Remember that y'all, we know the story of 3 Little Pigs. Yeah. Yeah, what this represents what your physical body, how it's made, what it's made of, and is the shit under warranty or not? What kind of warranty you got? It's a very, very, very important number. It is ruled by, okay, all right. I want to ask the question. I want to be funny right here. What do we think our physical body is ruled by? Just pop in and say your answer. There are no wrong answers, but in this one it might be. But you're gonna be shocked at what our bodies are ruled by. But anyone, just pop in there with any type of answers.
What was the question again? What is our bodies ruled by?
What is our body, the physical plane? What do you think is ruled by? Yeah.
I was going to say our emotions, but I don't think that's right.
Okay, there's no wrong answers. You're close, very close. Anybody else?
I was thinking Earth.
Ooh. Let me check with the judges for you, Deirdre. Hold on. Let me check with the judges. And ding, 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 ding. I'm going to give you a point when I tell you that the answer. Anybody else? Jolene says the brain. Very close, very close. Anybody else want to give an answer before I give the answer and let everybody know why Deirdre got a point for being the closest? It is your intuition. Your intuition is ruled by your intuition and directly deals with all that can be touched and felt, all that can be observed and admired, and all that is tangible and real. Before I really started to get into this, especially writing my own interpretations for this, I was just a regular old dude that thought my body in the physical plane was fueled by food. I'm being for real right now. I really never thought about it other than, I eat the food and my body goes, woo. It is much more than that. And it is really, the food that we eat is really the least of what goes into the composition of our bodies. It's definitely what is used and dispersed the fastest is our food. So, and again, I'm not getting in anybody's business about how you eat. Just eat as healthy and as clean as you can. Whatever that means to you, you know what that means to you. Eat as healthy and as clean as you can. Flights of fancy and the imagination are not handled very well on this plane, as this plane prefers the known, based in facts, however, always leaning into common sense because it deals with the physical body and the structure, composition, and durability. Well, the durability part and your intuition gonna keep you from dealing with flights of fancy and imagination. Jolene, you want to chime in and say what you typing in the chat so that we can hear that? Go ahead.
I love my intuition. It keeps me single and happy.
Absolutely. See how it's working on the physical plane for you?
Yep. If I get a headache, you're out. If I get a headache, I'm done. So I love my intuition.
Woo. All right now. All right. That's a pretty strong indicator right there. If you meet them and it's time for a couple of aspirin, yeah, they gotta go, huh? Okay, I got you, Jolene. I ain't mad at you. Hold your standard too. Hold your standard. Yeah, the flights of fancy and imagination aren't handled well, not physically, because physically you got to know, and it's got to be based in facts. How are always leaning on common sense. Don't go running in a burning building, if you don't have some fire retardant clothes on, or if you don't have a mask, don't go do things that fly in the face of common sense. And lastly, for the physical plane, for the sake of this discussion, it is the very foundation of life. For herein lies the actual control of the substance and pattern of humankind's existence. So in this number, it represents your body. For simplistic, for simplicity, it represents your body, how it's made, what it's made of, and how durable it is. And it tells you a lot. Anybody want to get a quick physical plane read? If you have your physical plane number, pop it in the chat and I'll read it real quick, if anyone dares.
7. Oh,
it's okay. 4 and 7. So 4 on the physical plane, Victorious, you are stable and secure. You're a fortress, and you get shit done. Your body, although it at times suffers from the grind of the day to day, you always seem to be able to get up and do what you have to do. You the dependable one. If somebody call, you get your ass up and go. You might complain and talk some shit because that's the 7 in you, but physically your body's like, yep, let's go. You can do this. You don't go for rough treatment. You don't go for harsh treatment or harsh conditions. And when the weather changes, especially in the rain, you feel it. You feel the rain coming and you feel it in your bones. How am I doing so far, Victoria?
Right on target. Absolutely.
Okay. And 7, on the physical plane, you are technical and precise and a tad bit, I won't say clumsy, tad bit accident prone though.
It's clumsy. You got
okay. it. I'm being nice. A tad bit accident prone, can do great things physically if left the fuck alone. Does not like being watched and doesn't like to be on display. Doesn't like to ever feel like you're on display. Works better, by yourself, in solitude. And when the weather is changing, you feel it in the ankles and in your skin. Do you get like a rash or dry skin or something like that when it's changing, mostly fall to winter? Do you get some kind of skin reaction?
Yeah, very dry skin. Yeah.
Okay.
I feel it. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, you got me.
Okay. That's kind of how the physical plane works. That's how the physical plane works. Any comments on the physical plane? Any comments? Anything anybody need to talk about or get a clear understanding about? It ain't no dumb questions. If it's something that's not clear about this plane and its importance, let us know. Let me know, and we will do everything we have to make it plain. Yes, Deirdre.
Hi, thank you. I was not present during that time, so I just need you, if you will, to tell me how to get to my physical plane number.
Oh, okay. Yes. Hold on. This is for you, Deirdre.
Thank you.
Okay. You write your name out, first, middle, last name, as is given on your birth certificate. You can do both because the letter you put in is a 9, so it's not going to change it that much. And what you do is you write out your name and then you put the number above it. So you still know that AJS equals the 1, BKT equals 2, CLU equals 3, DMV equals 4,
Yes.
ENW is 5, FOX 6, PGY 7, HQZ 8, and INR is 9, right? You got that?
Yes.
Okay, so when you write out your name, put the, like for D, put the 4 up above it, the I, put the 9, the E, the 5, and then write out a physical plane, a mental plane, emotional plane, and intuitive plane, and then all the 4s and 5s in your name. So all the letters that come back to a 4 or a 5. So any D, M, V, or ENW, put that on the physical plane.
Oh, shoot. Okay. DMV.
Any 4 or 5, yes.
Put the 4s or 5 on the physical plane.
Yes.
Okay.
Put the 1s and 8s on the mental plane.
1 and 8 on mental.
Put the 2s, 3s, and 6s to the emotional plane.
Okay.
And the 7s and 9s to the intuitive plane.
Okay, so I have 4s and 5 on the physical, 1 through 8 on mental.
1s and 8s. 1 and 8.
1 and 8, right. And 2, 3, and 6 to the emotional.
Yes.
And 7 and 9
to the
intuitive.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Anybody else got any questions or anything about the physical plane? All right. We'll move on to the mental plane. The mental plane represents and embodies the mind and reasoning instincts. Let's take a moment and let's think about that for a minute. Represents the mental plane, this number that you're going to come up with in your name. It represents and embodies your mind and your reasoning instincts. The reason why I say reasoning instincts, because another part of your plane, another plane, has a lot to do with your reasoning, and we'll get to that one next. That's the emotions. It has a lot to do with your reasoning. But the mental plane, it represents and embodies your mind and your reasoning instincts. It is the alignment and synthesis of mental pertinence, means responsibility, mental responsibility, and investigation. If you think about it, everything that all of us individually believe, it wasn't just something that somebody just gave to us and that was it. Everybody on this call has dealt with the equipping of their mind and their reasoning instincts, and then the alignment and synthesis of the mental relationship and investigate. We've all investigated. Who on here has accepted anything at face value? First time you heard this shit. The mental plane. It is the alignment and the synthesis of mental pertinence and investigation, the gathering and vetting of facts. Only accepting that which can be proven through careful analysis. This is a really, really significant number for each and every one of us, because out of this, your instinctual reasoning and your ability to align and synthesize and relate and investigate any and all information, to be able to gather and consume a bunch of information and vet it for truth and fiction, and then to be able to only accept that which is proven through analysis and be able to push the BS and the horse S and all the other S's, push it away. That's what this number represents for each and every one of us during the incarnation. It represents the discipline and determination and the states of mind that foster positivity and productivity and can be exacting and precise in calculating when the coloring of facts becomes apparent. Let me pose another question. How many of us, I just heard from Deirdre, she already told us hers. I'm kind of like this too. When I am in one of those conversations and when I know that facts are being colored and or I'm getting my intelligence is getting taken for granted or some little horse shit like that. Yeah, I get exacting and precise in my wording. Mentally, I can feel it coming when you are coming with that horse shit. I can feel it. I am a 7. I don't have time for that horse hockey. I don't have time for it. And it's out of the mind. I have a saying that I love. It's from the mind that I rule and rise. It's from your mind that you rule and rise. Represents the discipline and determination and the states of mind that foster positivity and productivity and can be exacting and precise mentally in calculating when the coloring of facts, when somebody lying to you or bullshitting you becomes apparent. What do you, before your emotions, you thinking about that shit first. You think about it, then your emotions trigger. Am I right or wrong? Somebody coming at you lying and something. First it's the, believe this, did this. Then you get tipped over. Then the emotion. First the thought. What did I say last week? Your thoughts of the show, thoughts are your things. First the thought, I'm mad. Then the emotions, I'm mad. But at first it's the thought. Mental comes from the mind first. Comes from the mind. Mind runs most of the stuff around here. Finally, excellent mind. With an excellent mind and an exceptional thought and executive ability will allow for leadership opportunities and status. This number, the mental number, has much more to do with where and how and who you work for than anything else. You have degrees and all of that shit. If you don't have it on the mental plane, yeah. Welcome to Burger King. Can I take your order? All right. Any comments, any questions about the mental plane? And I'm not shitting on nobody that work at Burger King. Hey, I've had plenty of starter jobs and plenty of in-between jobs. So I'm not shitting at anybody that work at Burger King, but yeah, you're going to get what you get. Absolutely. Who had their hand up? Deirdre, did you raise your hand again?
I did.
Okay.
I did. So first, the thing is, I have all those numbers, right?
Mm-hmm.
Am I supposed to add them?
No, you just count. So
I count them.
How many 1s and 8s were in your name?
I only have 1 1 and no 8s.
Okay, so on the mental, you are a trailblazer and you are an independent thinker, have been since a very, very, very young age. You have a very colorful mental imagination. You could go to the depths of the cosmos just by closing your eyes. You don't really need that much of suggestion to get to some of those places. And you are unafraid of saying something that will hurt someone's feelings. You really don't care about that. In fact, you're not thinking about it hurting their feelings. In fact, it's your duty to say what you have to say. There are some things that you consider, well, I want to say this, but I won't. But then there are certain things that you consider, I have to say it, and you say those. How am I doing so far?
That is so real. That is so, I in my chest, when I get that obligation,
Yeah.
It's a commitment. I have to. It's important. What I have to say is
It's your duty.
important.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. And you don't care what you have to do. You'll go through the gauntlet to get that message out. Yeah, you will.
Yeah, but the thing about it is, because I was just told that, what you just said, you said that I don't care about how other people feel about what it is I'm saying. And I don't, but I do care about how people feel. I'm
Yes.
always careful about what I'm saying, but it tends to not matter when I say what I have to say. It doesn't work if me trying to.
You're gonna have to practice what I practice when one of those situations comes up and something has been said that they don't like. You just have to apologize like I do. I apologize for how you heard that. Apologize for how that sounded.
I don't apologize if I
don't either. That's what I'm saying.
I'm not going to apologize.
Yeah, that might well, you may as well get ready for a fade saying something like that. Yeah.
Okay, so here's the other thing. So I had no 8s in here, and I have a lot of 4s and 5s.
A lot of 4s and 5s. In the next lesson, I'm going to get into the intensification of the numbers, but many 4s and many 5s. It means you're a very physical person, very practical. You have a lot of earth energy, a lot of grounding. Grounding is best for you. You can lift your spirits if you just walk outside and take your shoes off and put your natural feet in some dirt or some grass.
That's definitely me. Because I do a lot of herbs.
Yeah.
And I take the dirt and put it in a box and literally put my feet in the dirt.
Yeah, that's magic elixir for you. That is a magic elixir for you.
So I'm sorry, one more question, and I know I don't have to be sorry. So what I'm getting here is that with the information that you gave me, the physical, the mental, and emotional, so and intuitive, right? That means that if I don't have numbers in those areas, that means that I function less in those areas than I do in the one that I have more of.
These are, my saying, the numbers never lie and they never change, and they are what they are, and they all function. They all these points of interpretation I'm giving you is a point that's in your mastered self analysis and your full numerology chart. So they all work together for your good.
Okay.
So and it's not about and I want everybody on here live, and I want everybody that's watching this on a replay in any form, way, shape, or fashion. I want everybody to know that there are no bad numbers. There are no good numbers as far as good and bad. And because you don't have one number particularly in your numerology chart, it doesn't mean you're lacking anything. What you may think you are lacking because you don't have one, you have an overabundance of 4 and 5 energy. 4, stability, security, building the fortress, worker bee, go to work, and then 5, adventure, expansion, awakening, and freedom and liberty. That is some very, 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 very good energy to have. And if you have over intensification of that, you're going to be protected by security, protected by your stability, and protected in your awakenings, and protected in your expansions. Yeah. There's no, you don't lack anything because you don't necessarily have an 8 in your name. I don't have an 8 in mine. Oh well,
No, I don't feel like I'm lacking. I don't feel
Right.
that, because I pay attention to myself even more now.
Yeah.
And I hear more. You understand?
Absolutely.
I hear more.
Absolutely.
But it's like I'm just trying to understand myself, to be honest with you.
Absolutely.
I'm and not behind the numbers, even though the numbers help. It's just me doing my own personal who am I?
Yes.
And what's my specialty? That's where I am right
Absolutely.
now.
Oh, yes. That's always a great path of self-discovery. That is the best path of self-discovery. What am I great at? Ooh, sounds like a book. Sounds like a book. What am I great at? Absolutely. And how do we get to that? How do we get to this point to where we are doing what we're great at, or what we're natural at, or what we, yeah, I like that.
Because then it becomes an offering, right?
Yep, I'm writing this down. So, if I come up with something, I'm going to split the profit with you.
Okay. Did you hear what I said though at the end of that?
Go ahead, say it again.
I said, and then that would become, well, maybe just in my case, I don't know. But once that's figured out,
Yeah.
understood, then it becomes an offering as I live, right?
Absolutely.
And that's where that's that happy place.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Indeed.
Mm-hmm. I like that. I like what she says, who am I? I like that, because the intuition again will give you. I remember when I was in my early 20s and I was a home health aide, and I did not like doing the showers and the baths and the cooking, because I'm not a cook, and I don't like that. I didn't like it. And so when the nurse came to visit the patients, I wasn't interested. But when the social worker came, and I wasn't even in school yet, and she said, "Okay, I'm done." I said, "What did you do? What are you?" And I was so impressed. She said, "Oh, I'm a licensed social worker." My whole body reacted. My whole body gave me alarm. Like, I got so excited, and that's how I became a social worker. My body just led me, because I was in college, and I said, "Oh, let me be a nurse." My math wasn't where it was supposed to be. Oh, I took this class, I took that class, I took that. But when I found the psychology and the sociology and the writing and the social sciences and the humanities, I was home.
Absolutely. Yes, you were. 7 is home there. Absolutely. So especially science of the mind and science of society. Yes, the 7 is right at home in any of those fields, any of them. All right. Thank you for that, Jolene. All right. We're going to jump to the emotional plane. Emotional plane represents our emotion, affection, and disposition. Let me say that again. The emotional plane, the number that you get in the emotional plane, it represents your emotions, affections, and dispositions, and causes life to become heated up, i.e., maybe warm. Warm is warm when it's cool to be cuddly and cozy, and flaming hot when it's really, really heated, but nonetheless, both are heated up. There's degrees of heat, but the emotional plane represents your emotions, affection, disposition, and this number causes life to become heated up and caring. So whatever the number is, you're going to get heated on the emotional plane according to the number, or you'll care or be sympathetic according to the number. Because emotions, they go from, I want to kill you, and then you stab me in the neck, and then you be the first one with a towel talking about, you're going to bleed on everything here. Let me help. I'm heated first. I'm jug you in the neck. And then you be like, oh my God, here, let me get a towel. Emotion. What? Everybody acting like, ain't nobody acting like I'm the only one that done had an angry outburst, and then 2 minutes later, I'm like, oh wait, let me help you. I guess I'm the only one that got mad in the heat of a moment, and then wow. Okay, I'm gonna take that. I'll take that today. The emotional plane.
I'm like that too.
Yes.
I don't hold on to anything as a matter of fact. So if it's something wrong, yes, we dealt with it, and then it's over. Like
it's done. It's done.
Over.
We have our watershed mark, bow, and then once we settle it, it's done. Ain't no holding a grudge, ain't no stewing over it for a couple of days. Ain't no, we have it, boom, and then that's it.
I think that with that, because I have that so deep, I think that's where people take me for granted because I don't hold the grudge, and I actually forget that this shit happened.
Well, I am a 7, honey, and I don't forget shit. And I don't hold a grudge. Look, somebody do me wrong. Look, I'm like this, chalk it up, if I was slipping or if they just got me, it's okay, I chalk it up to experience, but I'm gonna remember, and then I ain't gonna fuck with them no more. I don't hold a grudge. I'm not mad no more. Hey, what's up, dog? How you doing? But yeah, I got to go that way.
I'm good.
Going this way, I'm going that way. Because it would be my dumb ass fault if you done already clucked me on top of my head once.
Yeah.
It'd be my dumb ass fault if I let you do that again.
Right. And I don't have any 7s, but I do the same thing in that moment. The memory, okay, I don't fool with them anymore.
Yeah.
But if I see them again, I may not remember what the hell happened.
Right. Well, yeah. We're gonna have to work on that for you because we need you to keep your memory. Because yeah.
That's funny.
Look, I love my Angelou when she said, when somebody show you who they are, believe their ass the first fucking time.
Absolutely, the first time.
The first time, believe them, the first damn time. All right, thanks for that, Deirdre. On the emotional plane, I know. Somebody gonna have something to say about this. Facts on the emotional plane, the number. Facts become blurred and pushed away by the fantasy of the imagination, by the wonders of inspiration, and by the slippery or slick creative thought process. How many of us on this call done got creative about some sort of emotional thing that we was concerning ourselves with? Most of us, it's going to be a relationship. How many of us let the fantasy of our imagination either talk us into not leaving when we should have? Me too, Jolene. How many times have the wonders of inspiration? I'm being nice when I say the wonders of inspiration. You ladies on here know about getting with somebody because he got potentials.
But that's what gets people in trouble. That I'm telling you, that's what gets people in trouble when the person, when you know what you know, and then try to rationalize on behalf of the other person. I'm telling you, that's the problem. And I wish we women would stop that crap.
Well,
we need to stop that.
Us men, we do it too, honey. It's not just you ladies. You ladies are more. You ladies are called out about it more and held to account about it more. But men are just as emotionally messy and bitchy and moody as women are.
But I can't talk on behalf of men, but I know what I see and what I hear. And
Absolutely.
If it's not enough, I can't deal with it. I can't deal with it. Y'all gotta go. But take
Absolutely.
care of your trap, take care of yourself, and come back when you're better. Other than that,
I'm gonna tell you why it's worse for men, because in my generation, when men had their little emotional messiness and all of that, we would go out to the park and we would fight, hand-to-hand combat. These men nowadays, how they just settle their disputes? They kill people. They shoot.
No.
They don't fight anymore. They're not going to stand up and box you anymore. They're just going to put a hot one in you.
The downfall for good times We grew up on watching Good Times and the Jeffersons. What did the father and the husband do all the time?
Who, James? James
What
was
did
angry.
James do?
James
What
was
did-
angry all the time, and he was whooping ass.
Yes, definitely. He comes to me screaming like that. Oh my God. He wouldn't survive me.
Yep.
No, I can't have that. I can't have.
Well, one day we will get into all of the programming and indoctrination that the tell lies vision. Oh, don't, yeah, I'm not gonna go off on a tangent on that one, but we will definitely touch on that. But of course. Mm-hmm. And lastly, your emotions, not only will they put you in some slippery and slick creative thought processes, you'll be prone to slippery and slick creative thinkers as well, due to this number on this emotional plane. Emotionalism rather than facts, reason, logic, and common sense rules the actions and reactions to life, adversity, and to people, and is tremendously influenced by our affections and thoughts of love. Somebody got a comment on this part right here. How do your thoughts of love color your emotions? I will give you an example. I am a 7. I think of love like a 7. That's why I don't have too much damn emotion about it. That's why I don't have too much emotion about it. It is what it is. If it's real, I'll respond. If it ain't real, I'm gonna keep going. And that's pretty much it. It's no ups, no extras. It is what it is. It's technical and precise. How do somebody talk to me? How do your affections and your thoughts of love color your emotion and affect your emotion, affect how you react to things? If you saw, if we all were standing on the street corner right now, across the street on this corner where I live, and we saw a wreck where 2 or 3 cars hit each other and boom, how are you going to react? I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to run over there and pull somebody out of the car before it blows up. I'm going into superhero mode because I'm the 7. That's what I'm doing. Do I have a 6? The 6 is going to immediately feel compassion for everybody and is going to want and to go and comfort and soothe the hurt of everybody over there. Do I have a 5 in here? The 5 is going to be the one that is going to be charged with telling what happened to everybody. The 4 is going to be on the phone calling 911. The 3 going to be running somewhere talking about, I seen this down. They're going to be running for help. The 2 is going to be sitting there praying. Yeah, the 1 and the 9 going to decide which one going to get the credit for saving them. Yeah. So how you think about love and how you think about affection and how you affect, AFFECT, how you affect, AFFECT, and your thoughts of love, that determines how you react to life. I have a cold look at life. I'm a 7. I have a cold look at life. Yes, Deirdre, please talk.
Okay, so I think that my response would be, how can I help?
Absolutely.
And how can I help? And honestly, because I believe in the healing virtue, I would see if, and I've always functioned like that. if there was something I could do to put my hands on the situation, I would also pray for specifically for the paramedics and the doctors so they would know exactly what to do to help the people in the situation.
Absolutely. I'm going into immediate Reiki mode, immediate energy manipulation mode, immediate.
That's what you call it. Yeah, that's where I would go. And then on an emotional level, I wanted to bring this up because I'm an Aquarian, right?
Maybe.
I'm an Aquarian.
Maybe.
I'm an Aquarian with 3, and I have 3 signs in Aquarius. Right?
Okay, then yeah, you are.
And I'm always told that I am. I won't use this word, but I'm always told that I'm a bit callous, or that I don't care, or it doesn't appear as though I care.
Well, it's because you are so otherworldly, and if you've been told that for a long time, you've got more Capricorn energy than you think.
I have one sign in Capricorn.
Were you born in the decade of the 60s?
I was born in 64.
Yeah, you are not an Aquarius. I guarantee you're not an Aquarius. Guaranteed.
That is so interesting.
You're Capricorn. You're Capricorn.
That's the first time I've ever heard that.
Yeah, because I thought I was an Aquarius. I'm born in 63. I'm born in the same month as you. You February?
I'm January 28th.
Okay, January 28th, 64.
And my Mercury is in Capricorn. That's the only sign I have in Capricorn.
I am going to, okay, this is what I'm going to do right now. I want you to tell me what's your place of birth?
Inglewood, California.
Oh, Inglewood. Oh,
Inglewood.
West Side. and what's your time of birth?
9:30 p.m. on the dot.
30 p.m. Okay, give me the dates. The
January
1/28, 64.
64.
Okay, what I'm gonna do is after this show, I'm gonna run your sidereal chart. I guarantee you your sun is in Capricorn. I guarantee it.
Oh my God! You
at
said
the soul
my
core level.
Siberian?
Yeah, sidereal. I guarantee it's at the soul core level. You're Cappy. You're Cappy. If you've been told that you've been told in a nice way that you don't give a fuck, and you do, but you don't, because I don't give a fuck. I do, but I really don't.
I really don't.
I really don't. I do. I don't want to see nothing detrimental happen to anybody, but hey, that's your shit. I'm dealing with my own.
Okay, wait. Okay. So here's the thing. I care so much, but I don't care about bullshit.
I don't.
I will not participate with bullshit. When I
and I care about my shit more than anything.
I put everybody else in front of me.
No, you need to change that.
I'm changing it now. I told you that. But that's what I have done.
You need to change that. You need to put yourself first and your shit first. And then out of that, out of your abundance, not out of your sustenance, out of your abundance, help others.
Right. So that's why I stepped away from all of that. And I'm creating a new thing. I'm just telling you, that's what the hell I did all these this is a new year for me.
Yeah.
This is a new way. But before, talking about when you're saying about my chart.
Yeah, I guarantee it. I guarantee you Capricorn sun sign. Guaranteed.
So, okay.
I can just sense it. I can feel it.
Sidereal.
Sidereal. Sidereal.
SID as in David?
Sidereal.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. I'm sorry.
No worries.
Okay, so here's the thing.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's like taking my mind on the wind, right? Mm-hmm. Because I have all my signs on the chart, where my chart, I know all my placements are, mm-hmm. right? Mm-hmm. So when you say sidereal, mm-hmm. What is that?
It's
Where does it come from?
it's a form of astrology that to make it easy just for this show, it doesn't assign, it doesn't go by a fixed star pattern like Western astrology. It goes by the moving elliptical.
Okay, thank you. Okay, I'm gonna mute myself.
No worries. And lastly, on the emotional plane, dreams of the beautiful and fantastical are commonplace and renders logic irrelevant when considering the big plans of our emotional nature. Anybody fall prey, victim to your own emotions and your own fantastical emotions? I have before. It's been a while since I have, but I have before. And it's one of the hardest and harshest come downs, is to come down off of one of those emotional disappointments, especially when you have big plans. Any comments, any questions about the emotional plane? All right. And then lastly, we're going to touch on the intuitive plane. The intuitive plane represents the spiritual degree of understanding and inner knowing. Okay, I've said the word a couple of times a day. I heard Deirdre change hers when she said it, but nobody said nothing about understanding. We all get what understanding is replacing, right? I'm not understanding shit. I don't stand under nothing. I understand it. If anything, I overstand, but I understand you. In all thy getting, don't get no understanding, get understanding. And from understanding comes inner knowing. Y'all follow me with this? From first you get the understanding. Overstand, that's fine. One or the other is fine. I prefer understand because I deal with the soul. So I'm gonna point everything toward inward. Once you get an understanding, then the knowing comes. You can't know it unless you understand. Can't know nothing first. So I tell these younger generations, I get what y'all are doing, but you can't know it before you understand it. You got to understand it first. And understand it means you got to go through it. There's no shortcut to experience. No shortcut to an awakening. Got to go through it. So represents the spiritual degree of understanding and inner knowing of higher facts, higher even than the farthest your imagination can go. I always had a vivid imagination. I'd wondered why. And even with my imagination and my abilities to creatively visualize, still can go farther because of the intuitive plane. Higher than the farthest one's imagination can go, and directed, guided, influenced, fueled, whatever word you want to put in there, by revelation from wherever. They can come from they can come from up high, or they can come from sitting on a tack in your chair. Wherever the revelation comes from, and cosmic impressions. Anybody get an epiphany by sitting on a tack? I have. You know what the epiphany was? Hey, dog, check the chairs before you sit your ass down.
Oh, God.
I'm serious.
That's funny.
Through intuition, humankind expresses this divine and cosmic wisdom and revelation on the physical, mental, and emotional planes of action and awareness. Your intuition. Yeah. Intuition is the first one to know something.
Yep. This is where I live. I live in my intuition because it's my back, my front, my side. I love intuition. I will never second guess my intuition, because if I second guess, that means I'm gonna doubt myself, and I do not doubt myself. I don't play with myself, and I don't play with others, and I don't
Absolutely.
allow people to play with me. So and I think when my sister said something, she gave me the idea that I can choose, that this is my time. And when
Absolutely
she
it
told
is.
me that, I didn't really fully understood, but I kept on thinking about it, and I cultivated it over the years, and now I'm not letting it go.
Absolutely. Don't let it go. Don't let it go. This is how it goes. This is how it goes. Intuition. Your intuition tells you, you get out the car, you go pull up somewhere, and your intuition, before you even pull up, your intuition is telling you, I don't know. And then the mental, the thought comes, this don't look right. Physically, let's get the fuck up out of here. Then the emotions, whoa, let's go. Goddamn. Intuition. Then the thought. Then get your ass out of there. Then get mad. Or get scared or get whatever. Your intuition. Through intuition, humankind expresses this divine and cosmic wisdom and revelation on the physical, mental, and emotional planes of action and awareness. That means in our lives. Our intuition, what we gather through the intuitive plane runs what we do physically, mentally, and emotionally. The intuitive plane affords humankind admiration, adoration, compassion, patience, tolerance, invention, innovation, and prophecy. This Zoom meeting, somebody invented it. Somebody saw it first. Then they invented it. Then they innovated it. Everything around us, the chair you sitting in, somebody thought of that. The microphone I'm talking to you, somebody thought of that.
Do you remember the cartoon Jetsons?
Of course.
Yep. I think that's what it was.
Of course.
Yep.
Affords humankind admiration, adoration, compassion, patience, tolerance, invention, innovation, and prophecy. Affords humankind that quiet assurance of inner guidance, which affects AFFECTS and quickens all other levels of life and living. Other than your physical body, this is the number that you want to dive into, because this number controls everything else about how you do. Affords humankind admiration, adoration, compassion, patience, tolerance, invention, innovation, and prophecy. Affords humankind the quiet assurance of inner guidance, which affects and quickens all other levels of living. And lastly, anybody got anything to they want to say about the intuitive plane before I wrap it up? It's really, really, really the transmission of our soul, of our bodies, of our incarnations, the intuitive plane.
Yeah, I like the tolerance.
Yeah.
I think tolerance should be used in our sentences and our words and our expressions, because tolerances won't allow you to walk in just to anything.
Right.
And
Absolutely.
it'll allow you not to settle.
Absolutely. 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 Thank you for that. All right. So the planes of expression and what my mission is in teaching this part of the numerology is I want to equip everyone to be truly able to understand yourself and others completely, and to be able to precisely place yourself and others in the very best positions of success in business, interpersonal relationships, and in life. That is our class for today. Any comments? Any comments about what we covered today or any other part of what we've been covering? No. Thank you guys. Thank you guys. Well, we did have a nice conversation going. I love it like that. And I encourage us to have more interactive conversations like this. This is where the real work is. So, and it is my honor and my duty to make sure that I present this in a way that is consumable, but more than consumable, that is digestible to your soul. So with that, this has been On the Sevens with Pythias B. Metatron, where we come to awaken, ascend, and expand. We do go through the 88 steps into your mastered self, and I guarantee you, if you keep On the Sevens with Pythias B. Metatron as a part of your soul's journey, guarantee you somewhere along the way, your mastered self awaits you. I love each and every one of you. Thank each and every one of you for being here. And please remember, I am never saying goodbye forever. I'm always saying goodbye for now. I will see you guys on Tuesday. Take care and be good to yourselves. Bye.
Peace, everyone.
Bye.
Bye, everyone. Peace to you too.
Bye.
Thank you.
Goodbye, everyone.